Marvel Legends Across the Spider-Verse figures are now available for pre-order. So let's get into the video and get a closer look at what Hasbro has to offer. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be diving into Hasbro's new collection of Marvel Legends from the MCU movie Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So I'll be touching up on these 7 awesome characters here that you see in terms of the reveals and what they have to offer. Now what's good is they all are available for pre-order and will be shipping around November of this year, 2024. They retail for around $25 depending on the retail store you choose to pick them up from, and they'll all come in that retro pack as well. Right, so let's get into the character details. So first one up is the star of the movie himself, Mr. Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. Right. What's good is they have some really nice details here in terms of the character model. The actual paint applications and delivery was what they did was very good in terms of the red over black. I also like a lot of the details that they've added in terms of the webbings around both his forearms and his leg area, which is great. Now, in terms of accessories, it does come with his whip hands, right? And additional head sculpt, which is the mask. But in terms of what's missing, though, in my opinion, I feel like they're missing an accessory for him. I would have liked for them to add some sort of electricity and or invisibility type of accessory because that is a staple of his like power set, right? That differentiates him from the other spider. And so I feel like they could have added that in, but nevertheless, it's still a great figure overall. And I just like the delivery of this figure itself. Right now, in terms of Peter Parker, so this is a nice shot of Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, right from the film. Now, this is a very common and probably well-used mold that Hasbro's been using. The head sculpt though is a little different, right? Since it features an older, more refined Peter Parker, right? So it looks a little more narrower. Otherwise, the body looks very similar in terms of other character molds. Now, it does come with the same accessories like Miles, the whip hands, and the alternate head sculpt. And again, he's missing, I feel like he's missing accessory. Like they probably could have given him one more accessory, maybe some webbing or even his kid, right? Maybe add the kid as an accessory or something because the movie he's very attached to his child, well, which makes sense. But again, this figure itself, I feel like it's still missing accessory. But overall, the actual look and feel is good. And yeah, otherwise the model itself is was done and delivered very well. And the classic look is always a big plus, in my opinion, right? Next up, we have Mr. Miguel O'Hara, also known as Spider-Man 2099. Now, I really like the updates it did on this particular model, right? So there was a previous figure of Miguel done by Hasbro. This one has updated coloring, and the coloring is actually more on the darker side. So they've made both the blue and red shades a little darker, so tone is a little more darker in terms of the overall look. And I really like though how they were able to capture the fine lines on his actual costume, right? Because if you look at the red parts, you can see all additional lines there. So that was really captured very well by Hasbro. It also gives you that futuristic feel. The arm blades themselves look great on his forearms, and just the overall sort of sinister look, I guess you can say, on his head sculpt looks great. And if you are curious what his previous model does look like, here's a picture of it. You can see that this current version is a little bulkier and wider. It doesn't include the wings, which is again sort of like a negative in my opinion because just like Miles and Peter, I feel like they're missing an accessory, right? So maybe they can add it in the red wings as an accessory that you can bolt on and off. But nevertheless, overall, this is a good figure, and I really like the overall look and feel of Miguel here. Right now, moving on to Spider-Gwen. This is a great character in my opinion. Like in the actual figure itself, I really love the hood and how it's symmetric in place, and it doesn't look pushed down or incorrectly lined up or anything. It looks great. In terms of her sneakers, they stand out very well, in my opinion, as well. The coloring on there and the shoelaces were delivered perfectly here. Now, in terms of the accessories, you can see it does come with an additional accessory versus the first 3 Spider-Man that we spoke about, which is kind of strange, right? I'm glad they gave her the accessory, but why not give it to the other Spider-Man as well, right? But nevertheless, the Spider-Gwen rather comes with the hologram Lila, which is cool because it's a nice homage to Spider-Gwen from the film. I like the glasses on the hologram and the coloring that they used to make it look like a hologram. So kudos to Hasbro for getting that done here and adding it as an additional accessory because it's a good ad for Spider-Gwen here, right? Next up, we have the cool cat, Mr. Spider-Punk here. Right now, this is an awesome figure straight up, right? He has great accents and details all over the place, right? Like if I take a look just at his hair, it's awesome, right? It's been translated very well here. Just all the lines, how the shading was done correctly in terms of the black coloring, and then you actually get the nice two head sculpts, right, with different colors. And I really, really like how they were able to execute on the vest because we're able to add the pins and sort of like the buttons that he has in the film here onto the shirt and mold itself, right? So great job there. The biker boots extend well up to his knees, and I like the fine details on the shoelace themselves and on the bottom of the boots. The color looks good there, and the actual details is great. Now, in terms of the accessories, you can see here again comes with an additional accessory, just like Spider-Gwen. It comes with his guitar, which is phenomenal, right? So it might like the guitar is awesome because it has the painted music tones, just like you saw in the film. So that's been translated here, and it's looked like you can actually hang it on Hobby Brown, right? Which is the name of the character. You can actually hang it on him, and you can get ready for more dynamic posing or action poses. So that's always good. And he also comes with that hologram gizmo on his wrist as well. So again, another accessory that comes with Spider-Punk versus the other three Spider-Man that do not, right? But overall, I love this character and how it was delivered. So yeah, really like Spider-Punk here. In terms of the next Spider-Man, this is Pavitar Prabhakar. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing his name correctly. For those who recall who he was in the movie, he was that Spider-Man from, I think the universe was called like Mumbatan or something. And what makes him different is he shoots like kaleidoscope type of spider webs, which is cool. Also very different than your standard webbing. And this is an overall a great costume and very true to his heritage. So kudos to the Marvel design team for putting this one together. In terms of the actual figure itself, it was captured very well right here. The hair and the face look great, right? I really like the hair because it has that really silky salon fresh look. Right, you can see here all the layering that's been done to that piece or that head sculpt there. I also like the white that was added to both the spider eyes and emblem, had it come out at you very well. And also the gold accents used on this wrist, sort of the biceps and ankle areas, very good jewelry there, and again, very reminiscent to his culture. And like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Punk, it comes with an additional accessory, which is the yo-yo. So that's awesome because again, allows you for more action and or dynamic poses that you can actually use to spin and hold, right? So it's good to see that he does come with that additional accessory as well. Now, the last reveal I have for you guys is Mr. Miles G. Morales. So he's AKA the Prowler in his own relative universe. Now, this is a very cool looking bad guy outfit overall. I think I really like how they've been able to capture the mask details very well. On the mask, you can see all the additional molds that they use to layer over his mask itself, like around the eyes and sort of that breathing filter apparatus there as well. So great job in terms of the layers, and they were also able to get the braids done well here, right? So I really like how the braids look. They look very clean and symmetrical on and behind his head. So the way that they've been able to deliver that is very, very cool. And the rest of the costume looks great. I also like how they're able to capture the purple correctly because I think the top of his shirt is probably a little lighter, whereas his pants are darker. Something I remember from the film as well. So I'm glad that Hasbro's able to capture that here. And again, it does come with an additional accessory, which is the backpack. Now, it isn't too crazy of an accessory, but still is an additional accessory that Miles G. Morales has that a few of the other Spider-Man figures don't have. But overall, great figure, and I really like the mask on Miles here as well. So that about sums it up. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you'll be grabbing any of these new figs. Remember they're all available for pre-order now, so definitely let me know which ones you feel like are worth adding to your collection. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more content on the coolest superhero collectibles around. And until next time, folks, keep on collecting.